Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Auto Club Speedway for the second race in the 2021 NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series. We're here at the track that gave us our closest finish in channel history, 1/1000th of a second. Carter Friesen over James Ellison. Can Ellison get back to victory lane for the first time in 2021, or will he come up short yet again? I'm joined by my man, Vince Friesen. We're ready for 38 laps of action in what could be, once again, the best race of the season.
Welcome to Auto Club Speedway. We're not too far away from LA, the California coastline. Who will get the Surf's Up trophy, as I like to say? Great strategy. Going to get to some notes, but let's get to that starting grid.
On the pole is Digital Storm Cup Series veteran Charles Sanford by almost 2/10 over second-year driver Yael Carrillo. Row 2 has Gatlin Downey and Carter Friesen, who won this race last year. Row 3, James Ellison and Audra Baranowskis. Row 4, another Digital Storm driver, Nico Tringali and Lucas Catano, who drove the 9 truck last year. And in row 5, we've got Deanna Jones and Patrick Smith. As we go through the rest of the starting grid, the Jerky Pro Truck Series drivers that failed to qualify for the Cup Series race tomorrow afternoon consist of Colt Hudson, Daniel Bouchard, RJ Bishop, and Christian Vargas. Donovan Cage, our intermediate master, starting near the back. Last race's winner, about 3 weeks ago now, from Daytona, Laura Chung, starting 41st. She started Daytona 42nd. So can she come from the back once again? We'll find out. But Vince and I are ready for 38 laps of action. Pit window, 22 to 24 laps.
I have never been more excited to say 4 words. Drivers, start your engines!
All right, Vince, I believe you got some race notes for me. What do you got?
Yeah, the bottom line here, Zach, is an interesting mix, right? These engineers have to figure out, especially with Auto Club and the undulations, the bumps are definitely back here. Do you hook the bottom and get the speed in the corners, or do you sacrifice that speed to the straightaways? That would be a good thing to follow. Make sure the outside and give both drivers room. James Ellison, right? We know he's always been a threat. He led 15 laps, but he lost the race by 0.1 to Carter Friesen. That'll be interesting. See how he performs today. He knows he has a lot of experience in this field and a lot of experience starting behind. Sanford's on pole, though. Got to watch him. Tire fall off. We know it's the Auto Club. It's usual and synonymous with tire fall off. 1.52 seconds off the pace. Expect that to happen around lap 15 and 16, I expect. And we know the draft. I mean, this is, like I said, long straights. Do you sacrifice it for the corners, or do you take those straight away and try to make passes? It's a little hybrid mix of Daytona, and it's got its own unique twist with the corner speed and corner entry. Much of the lap is about corner entry, though, and corner exit, as these corners are wide. So you can, similar to the sister track in Michigan. It's green. Let's get it.
And just to reiterate, it's .001, not .1.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, getting ready to go green. Will one of the Cup Series drivers win today? Amanda Evans is in the 77 once again. She starts in the middle of the pack. Green flag is out. And we are racing at Fontana. You see Jack James already making it 3 wide. This race went caution-free last year. Gotta wonder if they can do it again. In the Digital Storm race last year, we saw issues with drivers giving each other room coming to pit road. That wasn't an issue in the truck race last year. We'll see if it's an issue this year. Carrillo's going to slide up off of turn 4. Leading lap 1 will be Charles Sanford.
One thing to note there, Zach, you saw with Korea, that arrow wash is big. Auto Club's known for the arrow wash. Ellison goes 3 wide.
Ellison's going to slide up. Ooh, that's really dangerous. I believe Baranowskis got really close to the outside wall there. They're sliding up more than usual. And we actually have a caution on the racetrack. Seeing a lot more
somebody-
sliding tonight, Vince, compared to last year. We went caution-free in lap 2. We've got a yellow flag.
Yeah, definitely conditions are turning into nighttime. You can see the sun is setting. We'll see what happens here to bring out this first caution, but definitely unusual this early to get a yellow. Sanford, though, looks to be the man out front.
Sanford will lead. It looks like Derek Hamill was involved, as was Will Parrish. Hamill's going to bring it right down the pit road. It looks like Roy Ribbleton might have had a piece in this. And I believe everyone else is good to go. Not seeing any damage on any of these drivers. So they will get it woed down. They'll get their order sorted out. And this is going to single up the field, Vince. So it's going to make getting to the front harder than it was last year. You know, last year everybody was double, tripled up. It was easy to pass a lot of trucks at once. But I'm curious to see what the strategy call will be here, since even if they pit, they can't make it to the end of the race. Remember, it's a 22 to 24 lap window. And
Just to reiterate, Zach, this is the 2X package. We're done with the 4X. It's been a while
Yes.
since we did that for a truck series. Got to say that. Yep.
Yes, that's correct. We're not using the 4X package that we saw at Daytona. So the 2X package, the pit window is 22 to 24 laps. And it looks like just Ribbleton and Parrish will pit. They were involved in the accident with Derek Hamill. And Hamill will come back out on track, and he is going to beat the pace car out, so he will remain on the lead lap. And we'll take you to see what happened to bring out our first caution of the night. Looking at what brought out the first caution flag of the night, you've got Colton Schwartz, Roy Ribbleton, Derek Hamill, and Will Parrish 4 wide at the back of the field into turn 1. They got space now, and then from what we saw at the front of the field, the inside line's a little slick. You can even see up ahead that, I believe that's Vince Friesen and Colt Hudson, but right there, Schwartz gets into the 45. Up the track, Ribbleton goes in the Hamill, and then because Parrish is there, boom, into the wall goes the 32. And then Ribbleton gets put in the wall as well. A little bit of damage for him. But that mostly hurt the 32 of Derek Hamill. And just, you know, racing a little too crazy at the back of the field on lap 2. But it's going to hurt their nights for sure. We'll see how much damage the 32 truck has from hitting the outside wall. Getting ready to go back racing. We'll have 6 laps down, 32 to go. Only the drivers who were in the accident came down pit road. None of them retired from the race, so we still have all 42 trucks in the running. Charles Sanford leads, Yael Carrillo second, Gatlin Downey third, Audra Baranowska's fourth, last year's winner Carter Friesen in fifth, last year's runner-up James Ellison in sixth, Nico Tringali seventh, Deanna Jones eighth, Sam Young ninth, and Lucas Catano rounds out the top 10. So we only went 2 laps, so we didn't have time to see anybody make any major gains. Amanda Evans is up to 20th. I believe she started lower than that. Zach Rogers qualified 29th. He's up to 24th. And Donovan Cage, who started near the back, is up to 25th. So they did make, some of these guys made some gains, but nothing really for RJ Bishop. Laura Chung up 39th from missing the accident. Pace trucks down pit road. Nobody came to pit road. Green flag's back out. We'll see if they can keep it green here at Auto Club. This is not an issue like Indianapolis last year, Vince. You know, they are in the 100% bodies. They are not in the 110 bodies like Indianapolis was. So I believe maybe the drag is doing something to these trucks in the corners, causing them to slide up a little bit more than usual. But top speeds here last year was about 190 going into turn 1.
Yeah, the aero wash is important. I just said in the pre-race too, right, are some people sacrificing that straight line speed for the corner speeds, or some people going with more aggressive corner package? You see Downey just gets a beautiful run there now. Can he take that run? He gets second and do his little side draft to the 18, goes down and inside. We'll tuck behind Sanford.
See, the top speeds are about the same here on the opening lap, but they've also run 2 laps, so they've got some tire wear already. You see Carrillo and Downey fighting hard side by side. That's going to allow Sanford to pull away a little bit. And Baran now looking on the inside in 4th. Just a reminder that in Jerky Pro this year, there is no playoff system. So every position matters, and with the new point system, top 3s, top 5s, top 10s, super important if you want to win this championship. And some of our big name drivers that we thought would be favorites this year, Vince, none of them got a top 10 last week at Daytona. You know, they were all involved in the accidents in some capacity. In fact, the only real favorite or drivers that we expect to do good this year that finished top 10 was Downey, who's up here in the top 5, Jonathan Wong, Jack James, and Deanna Jones, who, while she is a rookie, has Cup Series experience with 5 career wins.
Definitely coming from behind will be the keys. Ellison makes a swing pass on Downey. I think this is a bounce back weekend. The shenanigans in Daytona are over. The draft is not as heavy here as it was in Daytona, but Sanford right now, man, we talked about this before we even came to the track. We knew his experience in digital scoring here. He might take it to the field tonight. He's proven why he is a veteran and a dominator in today's early events.
Oh, and Lucas Catano just about got turned. He was really close to the apron there, but he keeps it together. Not sure who that contact came from, but Catano with a huge scare as the Sanford trucks are side by side. Gene Sanford and Henry Sanford. This is for a position just outside the top 10. As up ahead, you've got a ton of favorites duking it out. 3 wide, Carter Friesen, Baran Ellison, all racing very hard. See Friesen working the bottom's going to slide up a bit. Baran and Ellison will get the run. They'll remain even. Getting a huge run on Carrillo as Charles Sanford has just been able to stay in the front. But, you know, when you pit is going to be very important, Vince, because we did see in 2020 there was the first group, which was about 10 to 15 trucks. The second group, which was about 20 trucks. 20 maybe more. And then Casey Nanico was the only one to go another lap and pit by himself at the end. But I believe that with the draft, the overcut is the better strategy here. So Sanford's leading this thing the entire way so far. He is likely going to need to come down the pit road on lap 22, maybe 21. But they did have those caution laps, so they might have saved a little bit.
Yeah, because you don't want to be in a pack of 20, 25 cars, I feel, a truck, excuse me, where Sanford will have a clean pit road entry. Look at this mess behind him. But it could be a Daytona situation where you might need 1 or 2 friends. As now they're top 4 down to single file and try to catch Sanford here.
And I feel like the pack racing is still there behind these top 4, but it's starting to go away a little bit as the tire wear kicks in.
Look, Catano's all over the place. He nearly got turned. He's loose. He's tight. That truck needs an adjustment or 2 to get back to the front.
And Ellison is looking for second place on Carrillo. The man that beat him by 1/1000th of a second last year is right to his outside, just like he was in the 02 Chevrolet last year. And they're going to go 3 wide. Friesen's going to put it in the middle of Carrillo. 3 wide for second place.
It reminds me of the dirt package, believe it or not. Zach. These guys are slipping and sliding. You wouldn't think this would be a dirt track tonight, but I'm telling you, when that sun goes down, this whole temperature-sensitive track of Auto Club, you see Ellison washed up there, Carrillo stays on the outside. Ooh.
Lucas
Catano back there.
Catano came really close to hitting Deanna Jones, but just look at the run Max Anderson gets from running the middle. Same with Tringali there in the 9 truck. You know, Tringali and Nate Rogers, I feel like we expected to be big threats coming into this season. You know, they're splitting time in this truck all year long. And we also expect them to be threats in Digital Storm Cup as they're over at Hendrick Motorsports now. No longer driving Audis or Toyotas for Red Bull or the truck teams they drove for in the past. Ellison falling back a little bit as Friesen's now the one looking for second. Baran to Ellison's outside. Downey hasn't really been up there fighting for second, Vince, but he's been hanging around just inside the top 5 or just outside the top 5.
All the Now, but Donovan Cage is coming, man, too. You see him on the inside making a 3-wide pass back there. We know the intermediate ace. Even though this isn't a technical 1.5-mile track, it'll be Chargers, Rogers. Those two were highlighted in pre-race. See what they can do.
Cage started outside the top 30, and he has now made his way up to 17th there at the start-finish line. Zach Rogers started 29th. He was very fast in practice, and he has made his way into the top 20 as they pass Ibrahimium. But you see them sliding up a little bit there. That's a little dangerous. How about Josiah Robinson inside the top 20? We haven't really highlighted our rookies tonight, Vince. Logan Williams in the 47 having an amazing night so far, just inside the top 15. Deanna Jones is up here as they are getting crazy racy up here. Patrick Smith's a second-year driver who hasn't run since 2019. But both the JTG trucks are up here with the Sanford sibling trucks, as it is getting crazy up here. Oh, they are really sliding up from the bottom. They are 4 wide. Downey's way up near the wall. Oh, they caught Derek Hamill. That's what's happening here. They caught the 32 truck who's off the pace, and it's wadding them all up. Amanda Evans trying to move forward. So that hurt Ellison a ton. Sanford's got about a second lead now over Carrillo in second. Baranowski's third, as Carter Friesen was hurt a ton by that. Friesen lost about 15 positions.
So that's the product of lap truck racing, man. You have to get around the lap truck. And I think these guys, some of these rookies are inexperienced, even the veterans, too. Sometimes you just don't know how a lap truck will hold the line. But real quick, though, we're getting close to that. And there it is.
Caution is out, and I'm going to assume the 32 wadding up the field had something to do with it. I was just going to say that Will Parrish and Roy Ribbleton had not fallen off the pack at all. But coming to 20 to go here, this is going to put everybody on the same set of tires. Oh, and it involved Joshua Teppensaw in the 78. Looks like Mitchell Collins in the 14, Ibrahimium in the 22. Looks like maybe just another three truck incident, but Derek Hamill in the 32 truck just very, very far off the pace, and it was in turns 1 and 2 once again. See, Bishop has made some gains. He's in 27th. But that is not what Carter Friesen needed. Well, I guess maybe he needed it because he fell to 16th, but see, Gene Sanford top 10, Henry Sanford 9th, Logan Williams up to 8th, and here we go, Vince. Everybody is coming down the pit road.
Should be able to make it from here. Now it's all about the pit crews, and this is the only stop, which is the money stop.
Everybody will come down pit road behind Charles Sanford. So Sanford must be happy at least a little bit that his younger siblings, Henry and Gene, are in the top 10. We'll see if they keep that up. The pit stops is going to put everybody on the same set of tires. You can see in the top right corner that the fall off had gone up to about a second for the race leader.
I hear. Be careful on exit a little bit. See what these guys can do.
There is the pit entry line. It's going to be a 4-tire stop and fuel for all. Kind of surprised, though, that we've had these caution issues tonight. The first one off of pit road will be Sanford, Carrillo, then Baranowski's Jack James off 4th. Oh, and Ellison with a terrible pit stop. He lost a ton of positions. Same with Carter Friesen. Three wide off pit road there at the end. Derek Hamill is a lap down. He'll have to come down second time by. But let's take you and look at what the second caution of the night was caused by. We're going to get to the cause of the second caution in a minute, but look at this insane save by Lucas Catano. Jack James is going to get right on his quarter panel. And right there. Woo, buddy. What a save by Lucas Catano. And then he merges back in front of his old ride. Man, what a save. Let's get you to the second caution. Looking at what caused our second caution of the night. And it's not a 4-wide mess. It is apparently a 3-wide mess. You see Mitchell Collins in the white truck on the inside, Teppensaw in the black truck in the middle, and then Ibrahimian in the bright yellow Pennzoil truck on the outside. And Collins slides up, and he's not quite clear. And Teppensaw's just going to get into him and turn him right up in the D-line Ibrahimian. And around they go, hard licks for all. See the front end damage to the 78 there as he hit the back of the 14 after getting into the wall. So nothing really to do with Derek Hamill. See, Hamill was actually already behind these guys. Then it looks like everyone's going to make it through. But a tough break for Ibrahimian and the rookies of Teppensaw and Collins. But pit stops are complete. Let's get you guys to the race restart. Getting ready to go back racing. Derek Hamill's a lap down on the inside line. Nobody retired from the accident. We've got 16 laps of go. It's been Charles Sanford from start to finish leading this thing so far. Carrillo in second. Baranowski's third. Jack James fourth. Catano up to fifth. Max Anderson sixth. Logan Williams seventh. Will Parrish has made his way up to eighth somehow by some insane pit strategy. Henry Sanford 9th and Amanda Evans 10th. Donovan Cage 11th. Zach Rogers 13th. Vince, they've been moving their way up all night. Ellison down to 16th. Friesen has fallen all the way down to 26th. And there you see how slow the 32 is. Man, he is really off pace. Ooh, he's going to move low for Donovan Cage.
Outside's the place to be.
Who's going to get held up? So far, Friesen keeping it low, and it looks like Sam Young's the first one to check up. And Nico Tringali's going to put him in the middle 3 wide. Oh, Colt Hudson and RJ Bishop are going to get hurt by this big time. Ooh, this does not look good at all. They're going to go 4 wide, maybe, maybe not. Hudson, Nereza, Bishop all getting held up. Oh, borderline 5 wide there for a second. But poor RJ Bishop, everything he had gained, he just lost because of the lap truck of Derek Hamill. See Teppensaw without a hood, he might be off pace. It looks like Ibrahimian might be off pace. But at the front of the field, it's Charles Sanford with a bumper full of Yael Carrillo. Well, not quite a bumper full. Oh, but Carrillo slides up. He's trying to find that grip. How about Max Anderson? He had a shot to win Daytona. He's up here now in the top 5 looking for a win. How about Logan Williams?
So it's a matter of time before Cage and Rogers come, though. They seem to have the best cars that are trucks in traffic. And you can see Rogers has slipped to the outside. Cage slides up. Oh, no, not much for that right now. But
here comes James
Ellison. I
Ellison.
think those two are threats. Ellison, bad pit stop, looking to regain Downey. A lot of experience right there in that pack.
You know, we talked about points, Vince. Remember, points last season, a single point cost Baranowskis a spot in the playoffs because she was 1 point behind 25th in the standings. You know, it's a full season championship now, but you know, 2 points per top 10 position. You get to the top 5, it's a 3-point jump. You get to third to second is like a 4-point jump, and then second to the win is a 5-point jump. Now, someone has dipped down the pit road, and it was the 10 of Will Parrish. I'm not sure if he got service under the caution.
It's a tough break for Parrish, who was involved in that accident. Once again, another borderline strategy calls. Anderson goes low, Carrillo held the outside run. There it is.
Carrillo's going to hold on to second for now, but Anderson has made it up to third. Baranowskis with the high side run's going to dip down, looking for the position. Logan Williams, really, man, he's surprising me here today. He showed some speed at Sebring in the Digital Storm Cup Series. He's running for Front Row Motorsports. up in Cup as well as running for JTG down here. But he is impressing so far early on in the year.
Tough teammates too. Even though Peter Ronjak may have had some bad luck in these past couple seasons, we know he's had great runs in these plate type races. And we took some notes from that's Digital Storm Cup Series teammate.
Yeah, that's right. Peter Onjak's driving the 37 up in Cup as JTG made the return to the Cup Series this year. So maybe leaning on Onjak a little bit. He did run 2 years in the Jerky Pro Truck Series, so he's got some knowledge on these trucks. And look at Amanda Evans really throwing it into turn 1. Evans has made her way into the top 10.
Filtering through that traffic in the back and getting herself up there front. But right now, Zach, I'm looking at Carrillo and Sanford. That battle could be heating up. Those guys have been. Well, Carrillo's been looking these last couple laps, but Sanford's been able to hold the aero block with the block pass. Let's see what he can do on this lap 29 here.
It'll be 10 laps to go this time by. Charles Sanford, though, this whole race, Vince, the only time he had a truck to his inside or outside was at the drop of the green flag. But here comes Carrillo, changing that at 10 to go. Ooh, he's going to get close. Sanford's going to get a little scared there. He's going to push up. But he holds on with the run, and now Anderson is right there. Anderson's going to look to the inside, but Baranowskis is going to hold in line with Carrillo. And that draft push will keep Carrillo single file. Now Baranowskis with a run to the outside. She's going to make it side by side for second, as Williams is getting challenged for 5th place by Amanda Evans. James Ellison has made it back up to 9th. Meanwhile, Zach Rogers, Donovan Cage having troubles moving their way forward. Ooh, Henry Sanford and Gene Sanford came really close, and I think the 87 got really loose underneath. That could have been disaster. Sam Young's moved his way forward. He's looking towards a top 10 position.
Definitely the pack racing from earlier has fizzled out. Now it's all going to come down to the lap trucks. Who will be the slowest one? Will it be Teppensaw or will it be Hamill? It might be coming soon.
Teppensaw is running 43.6 second lap times. Hamill's running 43.8. Now, if they get to the draft, they could draft together and increase their speed a little bit. You see Parrish is off by about half a second. Ibrahimian's off by about a second. Mitchell Collins, Ribbleton, Brad Lewis, Jaweed, and others are just keeping up in draft at this point. Laura Chung, not the night she wanted, I'm going to assume. I mean, she is still a rookie, but she is running double time down here in trucks and up in Cup for Red Bull. Enzo Nareza for Bulldog, doing his best back here. Vince Friesen, the 12 for Team Penske, challenging Zachary DeLello for position. That's for 26th. Deanna Jones not having the night she wanted. Bradley Ream back here. Carter Friesen in 19th, so he's moving forward a little bit. And G. Tringali fighting Cage for 13th. They're starting the single file up again with the tire wear, Vince. As you see, Ellison under fire for 9th from Zach Rogers. Jack James and Catano fighting for 7th ahead of him. As Logan Williams is holding off Amanda Evans for 5th. Single file top 4 as they come to 6 to go.
It's all going to come down to if we get lap truck. Otherwise, Sanford right now seems to have the best in clean air. But what can Carrillo and Anderson do? Not Carrillo and Baranowskis now. Let's see if maybe that truck can align better in the draft or in the corners as they try to make it 3 wide for a second, but think better of it.
Baranowskis got a bit of a run off the corner, but her run goes away. Now Amanda Evans has made it past Logan Williams for 5th. She's charging forward into turn 3. As Anderson is all over the bumper of Yael Carrillo, as Carrillo is starting to fade away from Charles Sanford. 3 wide behind them for 7th place.
Funny enough, he gained 1/1000th there, so maybe it's the draft as Carrillo's looking. He just can't have the traction on the inside line. It seems like the middle line's been the best line tonight.
Anderson with the high line run. Will he get enough of a run? He's going to make it a move to the inside line. Amanda Evans is on the inside with him. Oh, but she peeks back behind Baranowskis. Into turn 3 they go. Anderson, I feel like, has the best shot at challenging Charles Sanford, but he has been unable to pass to 18. 4 to go here at the stripe. We talk about the all-time wins list. Charles Sanford has 3. He used to be leading it with Dylan Young until the drivers of recent years started racking up those W's, including Baranowskis and Donovan Cage. If Charles Sanford wins this race, it would be his 4th career Jerky Pro win and put him tied second all-time with Baranowskis, just behind Donovan Cage, who has 5. Amanda Evans has made it past Audra Baranowskis. Now she's challenging Anderson. Here comes Ellison getting by the 47. Zach Rogers moving forward as well, as we have 3 laps to go here at Auto Club.
It seems like Sanford just had the truck all night. Maybe it's experience. Maybe it's just the clean air effect. As you see, Anderson arrow washed hard right there. Seems like these trucks are very unstable in the draft. Similar to what we're probably going to see if we ran at Michigan in a simulation. Where it's just hard. It's just tough to stay behind dirty air. And Sanford figured it out. Pole position.
Ooh,
Oh,
Anderson's going to
once
get
again.
really close. Amanda Evans there in 4th. And I just feel like, Vince, you know, being in the draft is such a big effect. And then the top is just that little bit better than the bottom, as we see Teppensaw dip the pit road. And it's just Carrillo hasn't had the truck to challenge Sanford, but he has had the truck to hold in 2nd place. And Charles isn't running the full season, so he's not running for this championship. So Carrillo is just doing his best to be the top driver who is running for the championship. Anderson was going to make a move, but Evans was there.
Evans is the same way. Not really here for any points, just here for the trophy. And, well, I guess owner points, but that's really about it for Sanford Evans. Just owner points titles. Ellison will try and make it 3 wide. We enter the white flag for Charles Sanford in his home state. We forgot to mention that. This is his home race.
And Derek Hamill is up ahead. Will they catch him? Ellison's looking 3 wide for 3rd. Bit of a late race charge for the 48. But Charles Sanford, all eyes are on him. He hasn't won a Digital Storm Cup since 2018. He hasn't won down here since 2018 either. Well, one of those looks like it's going to change here tonight. Now you got to wonder, can he sweep the weekend off of turn 4? It ain't going to be by 1/1000th of a second, but Charles Sanford is going to win this race, his 4th career win in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. Derek Hamill, a non-issue.
Barely had one more lap, and it could have been a different story. But once again, Sanford, like we said at the beginning, the experience, we kind of saw this coming in the pre-race before we got into the track. We knew his experience. We noticed it's his hometown state, hometown race. Fans will love it. He'll surf up in California pretty soon.
Yael Carrillo in 2nd. Max Anderson with an amazing run in his sophomore year here. 3rd place at Auto Club. Amanda Evans 4th. Baranowskis 5th. Ellison 6th. Logan Williams, rookie of the race. Zach Rogers 8th. Lucas Catano 9th. And Nico Tringali rounds out the top 10. Jack James in 11th. Donovan Cage 12th. Sam Young 14th. Gene Sanford 15th. Henry Sanford 16th. Friesen 18th place. The pit stop and the lap truck of Hamill before the pit stop just killed him. And then you see just a ton of rookies near the bottom of the order. Tough days for R.J. Bishop, Benjamin Ice, Colt Hudson, and Delon Ibrahimium. But as you can see, Vince, you know, you look outside the top 20 at a track like this, you can see that a lot of rookies struggled today, and only really Logan Williams did well.
Everyone knows that these rookies not as up to speed. They have to figure out the truck layoff. They have to figure out what to do. There's no rhythm in the truck series, right? We had a 3-week layoff. They got to get used to the teams, practice. Give them some time. Maybe race 5 or 6. They'll start picking up the rhythm. You'll see some more rookies at the front. But for the early season, expect to be more of this.
that'll do it for us here tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series race. It's the the fourth race of the season. And unlike last year's race, which was 63 laps, tomorrow's will only be 50 laps. So we should be in store for a borderline one-stop race. Strategy might come into play if there aren't any cautions that come through the race. That's going to do it for us tonight, and we will see you guys tomorrow afternoon.